Today's video was brought to you by our friends at GoPort. GoPort offers all-in-one hotel, transportation, and parking packages with just one seamless reservation to get you to and from your Port Canaveral cruise. GoPort lets you choose from over 30 brand name Orlando and Port Canaveral hotels and offers professional transportation you can trust. If you need parking near the port, they also offer parking with ship transfers. GoPort has a brand new website that offers more booking flexibility than before. You can even customize your trip with multiple hotel nights, whether it be pre and or post-cruise hotel stays. When you create your account, you can bookmark and save packages, view current and past reservations, check out your upcoming itinerary, and request changes to your package. Check out GoPort using the special link in the description of this video, and we'll see you in Port Canaveral. Hey cruisers, I'm Sherry with CruiseTipsTV.com, and we are absolutely thrilled to share with you our embarkation day and our top 10 tips for the best day one experience on Wonder of the Seas. At over 1,100 feet long, 18 total decks, and the capacity to hold just over 7,000 guests, knowing where to go, what to do, and how to get the most out of your first day on the largest ship in the world can be overwhelming. We hope these 10 tips for a stress-free embarkation day will have you enjoying your cruise the minute you board. Our first tip is to arrive at your assigned boarding time. Now, more than ever, Royal Caribbean wants you to stick to your scheduled arrival time to minimize crowds, get you on the ship fast, and in a relatively contactless fashion. We booked a pre- and post-cruise transportation package with GoPort and chose a hotel that had an early-to-port shuttle option because we had an early arrival time. This allowed us to get right on the ship without worrying about parking at the terminal. Oh, and GoPort will also be taking us to the airport on debarkation day too, so that's just one less thing to worry about during the cruise. Before you get to the terminal, have your passport and your boarding pass in the app ready. Also, be sure to complete your health questionnaire in the days leading up to your cruise. You can do this right in the app. It's super easy and there's no reason to put it off. It just takes a few moments. Once on board, particularly if you've booked a dining package, we suggest you head to the dining reservation desk and secure your dining reservations for the week. If you haven't already, now is also a good time to jump into the Royal Caribbean app to secure your show reservations. This is a big ship with lots of people. If you put this step off, you may end up missing out on the shows you want to see. Wonder of the Seas is super family friendly, but there are a few steps you should take on day one. For example, if you're traveling with kids and teens, you'll want to check out the Cruise Compass for opening hours and head to the Adventure Ocean Open House as soon as you can. There, you'll register your kids, meet the staff, learn about the programs for your sailing, and check out the area. The facility is amazing, and there's so much for kids to do. They even have a teen-friendly bar and hot tub. I'm jealous. Your next step should be the muster drill. In the past, this was something most cruisers dreaded, but those days are gone. The faster you get this out of the way, the sooner you'll feel like you can relax and get to the fun. You'll complete most of the muster drill in the app, then report to your muster station for a brief check-in and scan your room card. See? Super easy. Next, consider skipping the buffet. I know, it sounds crazy, but hear me out. Day one is always packed with excitement and activity. You're going to need to fuel up, it's a given. The pull of the buffet will be strong, but there are alternatives. Wonder of the Seas has no shortage of food, so let's talk about that. In total, there are 20 places to eat on board, and about half of them are free. Free options include Park Cafe for a Royal Commonwealth sandwich or a custom-made salad, El Loco Fresh for casual Mexican food, the Dog House on the boardwalk for hot dogs and sides, Solarium Bistro for a quiet lunch, cafe promenade, and of course, good old Sorrento's pizza. Oh, and the Vitality Cafe on Deck 6 has snacks, juices, and smoothies if you're looking for lighter fare. Hot tip that many cruisers don't figure out until later in their cruise, your drink packages work at the Vitality Cafe, and they offer healthy and refreshing ways to maximize your drink package. Day 1 is a great time to fuel up right here. There are specialty options on day 1 for lunch too, and the upcharge dining spots tend to be less crowded on embarkation day. Because it's unique to this ship, we made reservations in advance of our cruise for a Southern comfort food brunch at the Mason Jar. It's less pricey than dinner and worth checking out. Now, it's a great time to get your bearings. After you've fueled up, find a favorite bar or explore the ship. Be sure to check out the all-new View Bar on Deck 15 forward, or maybe the Lime and Coconut Bar for a signature cocktail like my fave, the Goop Base Smash, or a Lime and Coconut. There is an amazing selection of bars on Wonder of the Seas. Drop in, grab a drink, check out the vibe. Once you're ready to roam the ship, we think you'll find getting around this mega vessel surprisingly simple. Since Wonder of the Seas is divided into neighborhoods, it's pretty easy to tell where you are at any one given time. While you're getting the lay of the land, look for the 3 astronauts located throughout the ship. You'll find one in Central Park, one at the boardwalk rock climbing wall, and one on the pool deck. This is unique to this ship. Another way we recommend getting the most out of your first day on board is to jump right in and take advantage of some of Wonder's top deck activities. There are some terrific and often uncrowded venues you may want to visit on day 1, so think about packing your swimsuit and some sunscreen. You may find spots like the Flowrider can be relatively uncrowded on boarding day. The kids can even burn off some energy and hit the water slides or the Wonder Playscape. If you don't want to deal with the whole swimsuit business, check out Wonder Dunes, the mini golf course, or the arcade on Deck 16. Just be sure to watch those prices at the arcade. They add up. Once your stateroom is available and you're ready to check it out, there are a few things to know. On Wonder of the Seas, staterooms are usually ready at 1 p.m. When you enter your room, remember to pop your stateroom card or any card into the slot near the door to activate the power in your room. If you're concerned about germs, now's a good time to give your stateroom a quick wipe down. Next, put your valuables in the safe, and if your bags have arrived, do a quick unpack and slide those suitcases under the bed and out of sight for the rest of your cruise. Before the ship gets too far away from shore, get your phone into airplane mode. Nobody wants surprise roaming fees at the end of their cruise. If you bought the internet package, get logged in and make sure everything works the way you expect. Now, the rest is up to you. Nothing but fun and relaxation ahead. Time to just let it all unfold. Before we sign off, we have one final tip for you. The Mason Jar we mentioned earlier has a special late night menu that many people don't know about. We think this is a great day 1 tip because you have had a long day and you may be ready for a snack and a PB&J old fashioned at this fun new spot. We hope you've enjoyed these day 1 tips. Once you've cruised on Wonder of the Seas, we want you to leave your tips and tricks down in the comments. Oh, and if you're looking for some fun things to do in the Port Canaveral area before or after your cruise, maybe Cocoa Beach, Port Canaveral, the surrounding areas, including an in-depth look at the Kennedy Space Center, we're going to link to a video to give you some ideas. We had a blast down there. We also have a packing video for this cruise and a packing list in the description. Have a wonderful voyage on Wonder of the Seas, and until next time, friends, we'll see you on the high seas. Bye-bye.